Hey everyone, this is going to be a collective earth sign reading. So Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, this is for you. I'm calling this a shadow reading. We're going to look at 3 different cards, and most likely I'll clarify because I like to. And then I'm going to pull you an oracle. So we're going to look at what are you holding on to that's hurting you? What are you not seeing clearly? And what is waiting for you in the light? Now, to clarify for those who are not in the know, this is shadow season, right? And I like to talk about this because a lot of people think of like Halloween as like the pinnacle of shadow season or spooky season or what have you, but I mean really it's just the beginning. The entire season of winter is in the shadow, right? It's the time of darkness, it's the time of stillness. And I mean, if you look into like historic Christmas traditions, they're pretty dark. I mean, some of it's fun, of course, and lovely, but Halloween is the same. So, yeah, that's why I'm extending shadow season on my block, because it's appropriate. So we're using, I decided, the Guardian of the Night Tarot for your initial cards. I may or may not clarify with unfinished business. And then we're going to pull an oracle from the season of the Witch Samhain Oracle, which is not in the frame, is it? Well, this oracle. I love these oracle decks. I plug them and talk about them all the time. They literally are seasons, so there's several of them I don't even know. I don't have every single one, but of course that's my goal, to get all of them. The first one I got was actually the Yule Oracle, which is like Christmas. I'll be pulling that out soon, but right now we're still in Samhain, and this is the deck we're going to pull from. I guess they're not for everyone because I got my Yule deck from a fellow diviner, fellow spiritual lady who said she couldn't connect with it. So I gladly took it off her hands, and it's one of my favorite decks. Definitely my favorite oracle deck. So anyway, cards are wanting to pop out. So I think we're ready. We have the Page of Swords. Yes. We're investigating today. So let's just start. For Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. Shout out to the Capricorns. They won it for you in the coin toss, so to speak. I got a Sagittarius card that came out that I saw first, but then I got 2 Capricorn cards after that, so that was the deciding factor. So we're doing Capricorn, which includes Virgo and Taurus as well, because I'm doing it by the elements. So, for Earth Sign Spirit. Okay, I told you I was ready to talk. What are you holding on to that's hurting you? Magician. What are you not seeing clearly? Okay, we're getting the Emperor, the Page of Wands. Okay. I just happened to check the bottom of the deck because I felt guided to, and I got the King of Pentacles, which of course is an earth card, Taurus for me, but okay. What is waiting for you in the light? The Ten of Cups, guys. Okay, I love this. I will say, coming into this reading, I forgot to mention this, I did feel a little anxious, like a little panicky, scattered, sort of, I don't know how to describe it, like fidgety, just distracted, right? I felt like maybe there were some excuses being made. Chariot at the bottom of the deck. Sort of procrastination on something, I don't know. But yeah, just sort of distractible, procrastinating, sort of anxious energy coming into this. All right, can you give me, I said I was going to clarify with this deck. All right, we'll put it away. So we do have the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. I will keep that in mind. All right, I was going to clarify with this just for fun. All right, can you clarify the Magician for me? Whoa, that's too many. Clarify the Magician for what Earth signs are holding on to. Earth, okay. So we're getting the World. Oh wait, there's two cards. The World in reverse and the Queen of Swords. And the Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay, well, the Magician for me is Virgo energy as well as Gemini energy. Okay, so it's Mercury. Sorry, I'm just looking at the imagery because I don't know if I've ever actually really looked at the imagery of this Magician card. I feel like this is interesting because this raccoon here is touching, it looks like it's touching the flame of the Ace of Wands. So anyway, this could concern a Gemini or a Virgo. I would especially say, well, I could go either way on that. The Queen of Swords for me is Libra energy, but I mean, it definitely could be a Gemini. It's in reverse. And so is the World card. So this is making me feel like this could be a person. Most likely, with the Queen of Swords clarifying. And I was kind of feeling that already. Okay, this could be very much so. This could be a manipulative person. This could be a liar. This could be someone who manipulated you and lied to you. Not that that's funny, but the World in reverse is telling me that there's a difficulty here with putting an end to that. Maybe you lack closure, and you probably lack closure because you lack clarity, right? And the raccoon here touching the fire is making me feel like sort of a, you know, you play with fire and you get burned sort of message. So, I mean, there could be a lot of feelings of like guilt as well. Like maybe you're blaming yourself for not knowing better. Things like this. And the Chariot, that's funny because as soon as I saw the Chariot at the bottom of the deck here, it made me feel like a sense of rushing into something sort of recklessly. And I mean, that's not really the standard meaning that I would get off of the Chariot, but that is what it felt like when I just glanced at it. So that's what I'm feeling here, that the scenario is probably talking about a person, something that you rushed into. Maybe you should have known better, maybe not, but you know, that's never an excuse for somebody to be a liar. That's never an excuse for someone to be shady and manipulative, right? Like, that is on them. That is their decision. You trusting someone is never your fault. It's never your fault for believing that someone is honest and has integrity and then them failing to be that. All right? I just feel like that's important to be said. And so anyway, that's really all I have to say about that. Unfortunately, this feels like most likely you're holding on to a person and they're a bad person. And a lot of times we don't get closure or understanding. We can't wrap our mind around why someone's a bad person because we're not a bad person, right? Like, we're not liars. we are honest, we're straightforward, and we hope for the best and we look for the best in people, right? So we can't understand that because we don't live in that world. Like, we can't get into their world where someone would do something like that. And I think that's how you need to look at it. You don't understand because you're above that, frankly. And, you know, that's just, that's what it is. And you don't need like a confession from anyone, right? You don't need them to confess. You don't need them to apologize. You just need to look at their actions, right? And we need to do that more often anyway. We need to look at people's actions, not so much their words, because words, you know, talk is cheap. Words are meaningless. What are they doing? What are they doing? Do their words and their actions match up? And the sense I'm getting here is that the actions this person took were negative. I feel like their words were negative. And, you know, you holding on to that, just take it for what it is. That is the closure, right? The disrespect, the dishonesty, the way someone treats you, the way someone devalues you should be enough closure. I mean, I know that's how I always look at it. That's how I always frame it, right? Like, it doesn't matter why. You don't need to understand why. You probably can't. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. If you're living in a whole different world from some liar, some cheater, some manipulator, to the point where you can't even understand, like, the mental pathway, that's a good thing. You don't want to, right? You stare into the abyss, it stares back into you. So just dust that off. Just look at try to build yourself up. Pick your own self-esteem, your own self-worth back up off the floor, and ask yourself how you would feel. For example, okay, this is what I tell my daughter all the time, because she's a Virgo with a Taurus moon. And actually she has a few Capricorn placements too. Anyway, I tell her this all the time. How would you feel if someone treated your friend, right? Let's say your best friend. Someone treated your best friend the way this person treated you. How would you feel? Right? And then you need to sit and consider that you really should be your own best friend. You should at least love yourself as much as you love your best friend. All right? I'm sorry I'm going off on that, but it's flowing. And these are all things that I routinely say, whether to my daughter or in other readings or just to my own friends. Sometimes you don't get closure, and that's okay. That's okay. Okay, so for others of you, all right, because maybe that makes no sense. For others of you, I feel like there's probably a situation here involving you and your abilities, your capabilities. Maybe you entering a situation, like, for example, applying for a job or trying to move house potentially with the world in reverse. And I mean, something didn't work out. And yeah, that's really all I got there. Like a job or a house or something you were going for. Maybe a business venture, right? With the Magician. And it didn't work out. Okay, you missed something. Queen of Swords. There was something you didn't see clearly, or maybe somebody gave you incorrect information. And it didn't work out. And I feel like, frankly, it's not going to work out. And that there's a reason for that. There's a reason for it. Something and it's not meant for you. I can't say what. Two of Wands, Eight of Swords. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. So take it if it makes sense. I feel like something about this, whatever this was, is holding on to some sort of old pattern or some old life, when you're meant for like a new life, you're meant for a new experience, something new. I feel like this, whatever this is that failed, it's because it is reflective of an old you or an old pattern, or I don't know, I almost want to say like played out skills. Like, I don't know if that's going to make any sense to anybody, but I feel like this is like using a skill that you're just tired of, or maybe doing a job that you're just tired of, or you will soon be tired of. Like, there's something about like burnout here. Like with this raccoon, like I said, like it looks like he's touching the fire, right? But I could also see this as him like extinguishing the fire. You know how people like pinch a flame? Which reminds me, I didn't even light my candle. I put on this music and I was listening to this music for a while and hanging out, and I didn't light my candle, which is different because usually I light my candle and I don't play music very often. So, interesting. Something there about mixing up your routine, doing something differently, doing things in a different order. I feel like, well, I want to say. Okay, I feel like we were on that for quite a while, so let's talk about, excuse me, let's talk about coffee. Let's talk about, what are you not seeing clearly? I mean, this is huge, right? Page of Wands, the Emperor. I feel like this is very much you not seeing your own power, you not seeing how in control you actually are of a situation, or perhaps like your own energy is what I'm feeling, like your own motivation. And maybe we need to bounce back here and talk about what I just said about mixing up your routine, right? Fresh energy. I feel, sorry, my Catopia is over here beyond this like wall. And hi Belly Bean. Hey girl. And apparently my big black cat she's coming over. She might come over. I don't know. My cats usually don't come on camera. Anyway. Hi, sweet girl. Oh, did you see her? Hi, baby. Oh, hi, sweet girl. You want to be on camera? There's a camera. She's very beautiful, glamorous kitty. She's my big, beautiful black kitty. Yes, you are. She's so pretty. Hi. Hi, baby. So, there she is. Unbelievable, Val. I just got to... Come on. Let's get over here. Come over here on your robe. Just actually my robe. Come here, girl. Come on. Yes, come back over here. So anyway, I feel like you are in charge of your own... Come here, sweetheart. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. Right here. You're in charge of your own motivation by the things you do every day. It's something in your routines. All right? So if you're feeling low energy, if you're feeling hopeless, if you're feeling scattered, which is what I was feeling at the beginning, you're feeling like you're procrastinating, like you can't focus, your energy is not harnessed, right? I feel like it's because you're not doing something to control it. And it's completely within your control. I feel like I said, sorry, my cat's making me a little bit paranoid. I think she's being good, but she's listening to me. She knows I'm talking about her. I feel like you need to break out of the monotony. And I know no earth sign likes to hear that advice, right? I know you guys love your routines and your comforts, and I love you guys so much. I have hardly any earth in my chart, but I always say that that's because those were the people who are meant, those are my compliments, those are the people who are meant to be in my life. And like I said, my daughter being the number one. I've had so many friends who were earth signs and so many partners who were earth signs as well. So back to this. See, it's contagious. See, I'm like drifting off. I'm getting distracted. I really feel like that's a problem here. And I mean, this is a shadow reading, so where does that come from? Right? What exactly are you running from when you're trying to avoid being in control of your own energy and realizing that you have the power to... The trains are going faster and like I feel like less loud lately. Yeah, it's something about not wanting to harness your own power, like being afraid of your own power, being afraid of taking control of yourself. And I mean, for some people, that's an issue of accountability, right? Because if you really exert power over yourself and over your own life, then you really have to admit that you're responsible for your own actions or inactions. I'm just spitballing here. I don't know if that's a problem or not, but I do think there's sort of a failure to level up in some sort of context. And their cards aren't really giving me anything. Let me get a clarifier, I guess. Whew. Clarify the Emperor and the Page of Wands for me. Oh, okay. One card, please, for the Emperor. Oh, we're getting a 2. 3, Jesus. Yeah, okay. And the Sun and the Queen of Wands wanting to show their faces to me too. Okay, let's just back up and get what I got while I was shuffling. Some of you, okay, if this is a relationship context, which didn't occur to me until I started shuffling, this could be that what you're not really seeing is that you, how do I explain this? You see how the Emperor here, and I'm taking that as you, sorry, I'm taking this as you because this is your reading and it's one of the highest cards in the whole deck, right? And then we have this Page of Wands here, which the Page of Wands can sometimes be like a flirtatious energy. I was taking it more of like as your energy or your inspiration or your motivation. So it was like a reflection of you. But this could be somebody else. This could be like an opportunity, a new spark, right? And I feel like this person is looking at you, like just like this bird, but you have your back turned, right? You're looking in another direction. You're not really paying it any mind. And in this dynamic, right, the Emperor is clearly the one in control here. Like there's a power dynamic, and I feel like there's something interested in you or something you might be interested in, but it's like you have your back turned to it, or you're closed off in some way, or perhaps guarded. And really the reality is that you are the, I guess, for lack of a better way of saying it, you're the masculine energy here, which by that I mean that it's kind of up to you, to make the move. It's, you know, even if, I know sometimes, and I mean, you know, you do what you want, okay? But, you know, I'm a woman. I do not expect to be the masculine energy in a relationship. But sometimes I'm very aware that the dynamics of the situation kind of paint me in that corner, right? Like, it's up to me. And, you know, 99% of the time, well, that's just too goddamn bad, because I'm not going to be the aggressor. I'm not going to play that role. That's just me. You can do what you want. And you might not even be, you know, a feminine energy. You might not even be a woman. Whatever, etc., etc. So, but that's what these cards are saying here to me. If this is a relationship, it's up to you, because you're coming off a little bit guarded. You're coming off aloof, uninterested. And in order to communicate that you are interested, you're going to have to turn around. You're going to have to make some kind of move to signal. Okay. And then I'm trying to clarify, and I get these cards coming out. So we have the Tower, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. Yeah. And this is kind of what I was just saying. Hold on, let me look at this really quick. Okay. In order, right? In order to have a victory here, in order to be successful, in whatever context, I don't care what we're talking about, in order to come out on top, you're going to have to leave a comfort zone here. You're going to have to take some kind of leap toward the opportunity. There's something that you need to do. You need to bust out. So the Tower is an old, broken structure. And I feel like this is like symbolic of your patterns, your routines, these things. And, you know, it's time to shake things up. You need to shake up in your foundation to change your energy up, right? This is fundamental, guys. And what better way to do that than to jump towards some kind of opportunity? And once again, this could be a job context. This could be you bossing up in some way. And it could also be moving, I guess. And if that's the case, okay. If this is moving, well, for one, I think if this is moving, it's just exactly what I said before. If this is moving, you could potentially be looking in the wrong direction. If you're looking, you know, okay, hold on. If you are looking to move, let me think, north or west, you might want to think about turning the opposite direction. Okay, because that's like where I am right now. I have to orientate myself on the map. So you might want to turn around. You might want to look south or east. Okay. So yes, if this is moving, I think you might be looking in the wrong direction. I think you might want to expand your search. I mean, I don't care if it's, you know, just a different city or different state, different country, whatever. You'll know, right? You'll know your own limitations. So you might be just looking in the wrong direction. And that might be worth exploring. Like, why are you looking in that direction? Like, what's motivating you or what's tying you to that specific location? Is it a job? Is it a played out job that, you know, if you really search your heart of hearts, you don't want to do anymore? I don't know where we're going with this, you guys, but These are just things that I'm feeling. Okay? So, ultimately, to achieve whatever success you're aiming for, you need to break from your routine. And if this is a relationship, if this is a person, then the encouragement here is to try something new. It's to break out, stop going for the same type of person, right? Like, if you historically have dated the same people, right, in different bodies, having the same experiences, and they're all bad and they don't work out, maybe it's because you're picking the wrong type of person, right? Maybe you need to look for something else. And I know it's hard. I know it's very hard to change what you're attracted to, or to try to like look for something that you wouldn't normally look for. I know. But that's an inward process. That's something that starts inside of you. You have to change the way that you conceptualize certain things. And I don't have any examples, but I feel like they start, like if we're talking about relationships, they start with this person over here. They start with behaviors of that person, things that person did or said, or maybe it was in their hobbies or the things they liked, something about that. Just dig deeper on that, perhaps, and ask yourself, like, from a psychological standpoint, like, maybe this is just me. Look, I am a psychologist, okay, you guys. Full disclosure, I'm a psychologist, so I do this to everyone. Like, why does that person like that? Like, what does it say about them? I think you should ask yourself that about everyone all the time. What does that say about them? And I mean, if you care enough, if you don't know, ask them. Like, why do you like that? What is it about that thing that makes you like it, right? Be curious. Page of Swords. That was the first card that I saw that wanted to jump out of the deck. Page of Swords. Be curious. Be curious. I feel like that's exactly what is on display here. I think you're a little bit stuck. Some of you, it's on a person. That's certainly a normal thing that happens to all of us. But sometimes you don't get closure, and you just have to make your own closure by accepting that, you and this person are not compatible. You're from two different worlds, two different types of people, two different, species even. Incompatible species of people who think different and have different values, different morals. Okay? So, I mean, I really don't think this is that bad of a reading, guys. Like, for shadow, this is not a lot of shadow. So I feel like I'm dealing with very mature and evolved earth signs, okay? So, what's waiting in the light? 10 of Cups. I mean, what more could you even ask for? 10 of Cups. Do you see this? Look at all these animals, all these happy little animals. I mean, I love to see that. It's giving me like a big like Noah's Ark vibe. Because it's like there's so many pairs. Interesting. So, yeah, there could be something here, I guess, about surviving some kind of storm or having some sort of resilience that the outside world doesn't have. So you could come, if you play your cards right, if you really look at yourself, look at your own power, your own empowerment, and what you're doing, and what you're projecting into the world, right? Because I feel like you're projecting, this is pretty typical of earth signs, you're projecting a power, right? A prowess, a demeanor that is much more stern and powerful and in control than you actually are, and that you actually see yourself as capable of being. And I feel like your opportunity here is to dig deep within yourself, rebuild your self-esteem, right? With this Magician card, understand that what someone does to you, or the actions of another person, or something that you really want not working out, is often a blessing for you. It's a testament to how good you are that someone who's shitty doesn't want you, right? You're incompatible. That doesn't mean that you're not good enough. Absolutely not, especially if this person's a liar. Especially if this person's not even like honest with themselves. You can't expect them to be honest with you, okay? This is like the energy I'm getting from these cards. Okay. So, anyway, and once again, if it's not a person, then things don't work out because they're not in alignment with us, or they're reflective of something old that is in our future, right? We need to make decisions for our future, not from our past. Anyway, the Ten of Cups is a dream, right? The Ten of Cups is a happy family. It's ultimate emotional fulfillment. It's bringing a vision of a dream down to earth. This is Pisces energy. And with all these animals here, I feel like that really is emphasizing that, like bringing it down to earth. So I'm going to pull another card on it because I don't know what else to say. But, what I was saying is that going through this process, okay, everything we've already talked about, like getting out of your comfort zone, shaking up your foundation, realizing that anything that doesn't work out for you isn't meant for you, right? Nothing meant for you will pass you by. And rejection is protection, blah, blah, blah. Right? If we go through all these motions and we shake up your energy, we change your energy up so that you can be in alignment with what is meant for you, and so that you don't miss opportunities because your back is turned to them. Be very aware. There's an element of self-awareness here where you're very aware of what you're projecting, right? Because right now, that's deep and interesting. Right now, I feel like you're projecting an energy that you're not really holding inside of yourself. And then we bounce back to this at the beginning where I was talking about this person, and I was saying like their words and their actions don't align, right? They were projecting something that wasn't really inside of themselves. And that's the message, guys. That's the message. When you are not aware of how you are projecting yourself, what energy you are harnessing, what energy you are exuding, then you will attract things that aren't meant for you, or you'll be attracted to things that aren't meant for you, and you won't understand why. Does that make any sense? Okay. So Ten of Cups. How do we get this emotional, right? Emotional, I don't know what to even call it. Achievement? Okay. Let me see. This is a whole lot of cards. Knight of Swords, Seven of Cups, King of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Three of Pentacles. Right, okay, so there's something here about being able to ask for help, ask for advice when you don't know something, or when you might not be capable of doing something on your own. Okay? There's something about that. But aside from that, I think that this has something to do with you being very sure of the choices available to you. I'm sorry, I'm really getting into the imagery of these cards. And they're kind of like, they're kind of a little bit dark. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like that's what this is saying over here. Like that you're, by doing all of this that we already talked about, I don't want to go over it again, you're going to be able to make decisions. See that confusion and overwhelm that was coming up. You're going to be able to make decisions. Yeah, Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, confirming what I'm saying. You're going to be able to make the right decisions for yourself without needing outside guidance, okay? You're going to be sure of things on your own. You're going to be certain of your own opinions. I don't know how else to word this. I feel like I need to be saying something else. You're going to know who to pick. You're going to know what to pick, right? It's going to help you and strengthen your decision making. It's going to strengthen your expertise on yourself and who you are and what is meant for you. That's what I think. And outside of that, these cards kind of came out separately. I feel like you're going to have a better sense of who to collaborate with, right? You're not going to be so scared of welcoming other people into your space, of, I don't know, getting to know someone. Like you, normally the Eight of Swords to me with the Three of Pentacles might signal sort of like commitment phobic. I'm feeling like maybe this is saying, like, I mean, you'll know if that's you or not, but more so than this being a problem that you're going to overcome, I feel like it could also be saying that you're going to stop attracting other people who are commitment phobic, right? You're going to start attracting people who are aligned with you and who are very sure of what they want. They're very confident in what they're looking for. They're not confused, right? Because I have the Seven of Cups flanked by the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords, who to me are two people who know what they want and they go and they get it. And the Knight of Swords can talk about making hasty decisions, but when you have the King of Swords coming out with that, to me that says no, you're going to be able to make quick decisions based on your own knowledge and expertise, and you're not going to be confused. You're going to know exactly what opportunities to take. It's going to be, I mean, this is glaring me in the face, but this person is sitting here, you see this? And that's like a comet or something piercing their body, like it's going right through their body. And while that's a little bit gruesome to me, it's definitely giving me the sense of like it's going to hit you right in the face, right? It's going to hit you right in the heart. Like you're going to know. There's not going to be a question. When you see it, you're going to know. Whether we're talking about a job or a house or, a new path, a new inspiration, a new business, or whether we're talking about a person. Once you really get in touch with yourself, and you master your own energy, and you master, your own the way you're being perceived, people's perception of you, and you're going to be very aware of what is for you and what is not for you. Sorry, I've been talking so long that there's another train. So we're about wrapping up here. And yeah, with the Eight of Swords and the Three of Pentacles, I just feel like this is, I mean, she's really cool. She's not really trapped like we see. With the normal Eight of Swords, they're trapped, right, in their head making excuses. I said that in the beginning. Like, I feel like there's a bunch of excuses. Procrastinating, heeing and hawing. And this feels very free of that to me. This does not feel like she's confined, really, to me. She's got her arms out and she's not blindfolded. These crows are there. There's 3 of them too, which I think is interesting because they came out with the 3 of Pentacles. So, I mean, 3 people could be significant. You could have 3 friends. There's 4 people here, and actually there's 4 beings on this card too. So maybe 4 people, you and 3 others, is important. But yeah, and I did say you're gonna know what you need help with and what you don't, and I do feel like that is probably a big problem for most earth signs, is that they don't necessarily ask for help or assistance when they need it. But there's gonna definitely be a sense of confidence. And I mean, 7 of Cups is, you know, cups are emotions, cups are about love. So I do feel like you're going to be very clear on that. You're going to be very clear on what makes you emotionally fulfilled, and you're going to be able to pursue those opportunities. But I don't think you're going to be attracting commitment phobes anymore, and I don't think that you're going to be as scared of it because, like I said, you're going to know. All right, am I babbling? I feel like I'm babbling. Yes, 2 of Pentacles and the Chariot. Here we have it again underneath this. Yeah, you're gonna, exactly, you're gonna know. It's like you're gonna know what opportunity, what decision to make, and you're just gonna run with it. I don't know what we're talking about, but that's, you know, it's here in the work. So if this, I don't know, you should know. I don't really know. I do feel like it could definitely be in a relationship or emotional, you know, context, but it could be anything. Can I get 1 card for the earth signs, please? 1 card of guidance to close the reading out for earth signs. We have elders and dark moon wanting to come out. I will read them both because there's probably 2 different groups of you that need to hear it. We have 13 and 15. All right. Dark moon. I'll start with dark moon. It says, in the dark of your heart lives new breath waiting for you to release its ghost. New beginnings, letting go. What did I say? In the mystical world, the dark moon is a time of setting intentions and welcoming new beginnings. It is the beginning of the moon cycle and represents a chance to start afresh with new and renewed energy. The dark moon is like the last stretch of darkness before the rise of the dawn, or in this case, the moon. It represents hope, better days to come, and an easier road to travel. It's very interesting because I am feeling like travel or moving is like big on the mind of a number of you. Like going somewhere, starting a new life somewhere. Okay. This period supports visualizing and is a great time to expand your mind. What did I say? Use this time to dream without thinking about the limitations of life. What do you want to create in your life? What goals do you want to manifest? Think big. The bigger, the better. Think as if you had a magic wand that would grant you your every wish, no matter the cost or energy required. I'm dying. These are all things I touched on. If you're holding the Dark Moon card, know that there is always a chance to start again. Your situation may seem like the end of the road, but it is not, especially for those who know the power of spirit. You must have hope even when things seem too hard to bear. There is always a new moon just a few weeks away, and there will always be a new opportunity waiting for you as well. It may not come as quickly as you like, but hope is a powerful force and will set things in motion for you. Yeah. That Page of Wands to me is kind of like hope, right? The Magician is kind of like hope. It's like, I'm not going to elaborate. Never mind. I'll just start talking endlessly again. Okay. Elders. Keywords. Compassion and wisdom. Hi, Belle. Compassion and wisdom. Birthed from seed within the belly of the moon, they are the wise felt touches over our hearts and felt deep within the marrow of our spirit. Whoops. Okay. Elders are wise. They're the ones who've lived and experienced more ups and downs, twists and turns than the rest of us. Elders were the storytellers and keepers of knowledge. They were the ones we sought when in turmoil and who would hold us as we wept for the unfairness life can bring. They had compassion for us, but also gave sage advice drawn from their decades of experience. Okay. Today, many elders are seen as a burden instead of cherished loved ones who deserve the right to be supported and cared for in their old age. Many elders have not been given the space to share the wise words of their traditions because our modern world moves too fast for their slow wisdom. Yet there are those among us, particularly witches, who still see the wisdom in their old ways. If you hold the Elders card, it is to remind you to have compassion for others and to never disregard someone's wisdom or experience. A Zen saying tells us, you should sit in meditation for 20 minutes a day unless you're too busy. Then you should sit for an hour. This knowledge can be applied to wisdom as well. Often the thing you need most when life is moving so fast is to slow down and see what you've been missing, or in this case, who you've been missing. This card is a call to meet with your elders to see if they have wisdom to share about your ancestors that can help you on your path. Now, that didn't really come up for me at all in the energy. However, of course, with the Emperor and the Page of Wands here, I mean, that could be it. See, I was looking at the Emperor as you, but for sure the Emperor could signify someone. I mean, it's even an owl on the card. So it could definitely be someone wise, someone older. And for that matter, the King of Swords with the Knight of Swords could be a similar dynamic, right? Like you might need, well, I did say seek help, seek advice, didn't I? So maybe specifically that should come from someone elder to you, an ancestor, or, whoever's in your life, mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, sister, brother, even, depending on your family situation. All right, so I'm glad we got that card because I didn't really touch much on that. That is what I have for you, Earth signs. I hope you liked it. I hope it made sense. It wasn't very dark, but like I said, this feels very mature, very grown to me. So I'm not really concerned about you, but this was just kind of basically meant to help give you a pointer or two on where to focus, what you maybe haven't looked at, right? How you can grow over this shadow season and then come out on top in the spring, right? So thank you guys so much. I will see you next time.